on the phone texting my sister, right? And she said that I don't be on here talking my shit. She said I don't be on here popping my shit. And I'm telling her that, and she might jump to this live. I'm telling her that, yeah, yes, I do. Just because I'm not vulgar on here, don't mean I'm not, talking my ish. Let me tell you what she just told me, y'all. She said, after she watched my live this morning, she said, no, this was worthy of being told to a group of women about to go for their doctorates. And I was like, what? This my friend got me so bad. I'm talking about Mermaid Prophetess. I should have tagged her ass. Mermaid, get your ass up in here. Mermaid, hold on. Get in the live. Get in the live. She said to me that I'll be talking to y'all like y'all about to go get y'all doctorates. Like I'm talking to a woman that's about to go get her doctorate degree. And here's the thing, like, well, the women I am speaking to are highly educated and they do appreciate motivation. But I feel like I come on here and talk to y'all. I feel like I come on here and pop my ish to y'all. Hi. I feel like I'm very much like, this is what's going on with y'all. This is how I'm feeling. This is how I'm feeling about y'all. This is the energy that I'm getting. And she's saying I'm buffering. Now she's saying this while listening to some of my voice notes. Let me tell y'all about my voice notes to my sister, okay? My voice notes are very vulgar to my sister, okay? I'm very passionate, and all the time she gives me a topic that I want to talk about. When I'm speaking to y'all, talking my ish with y'all, I am recognizing that you are on a different part of your journey than many other people. And that part of your journey is like, listen, I've been through some ish, but right now I want to hear something that's more comforting, that's more loving, that's more pleasing. And that's what I'm giving while also giving empowerment. If I really wanted to come on here and talk ish to y'all, it would really sound like I don't like y'all a lot. Okay, because what I don't have time for is I don't have time for y'all to be looking me up in my face with these sad behind eyes, talking about some, oh, I wish I could, because I'm gonna tell you, like, girl, yes, you can, yes, you can, yes, you could, and you should. Okay. While also recognizing that you've gone through so much. I don't feel like I gotta stir up ish in your life. Now I'm talking about you, Mary Prophetess. I don't feel like I gotta stir up ish in your life in order to empower you. Okay. I don't feel like I gotta like pull out the trauma in order to empower you. That's not my style of empowerment. My style of empowerment is coming to you and saying, like, girl, in spite of you doing or going through all that you've gone through, you still have a life worth living. I can sit up here and talk about for a million years all the things, yes, you're getting right now, all the things, because yes, your content that people have done to you. I could talk about like you versus them all day. The you versus them all day to me is a way of like, is agitating. You know it's jealous hoes out here. You know that people hate you. You know that you're going against your family going against you. Like all those things are real. That's why I brush on those topics and I keep it pushing. But to like continuously harp on the negative, like, no, I come on here and I speak to y'all. Like, as my sister said, hold on now, I'm gonna show y'all. My sister said, nah, that was worthy of being told to a group of women about to go for their doctorate degree. Girl, I'm a public speaker. Yes. I want to speak in the corporate setting. Yes. Yes, I am. Because the women I'm speaking to are in their arrival era. Like it's a whole like trademark. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because people tired of being spoken to like they 3 years old, like they 10 years old. People want to be spoken to like they are highly educated. Yes, ma'am. That's how I'm going to speak to my audience. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. The message I still think is clear. I still think it's loving. And I'm still going to pop my ish. And you know what? I feel like just because my ish talking don't go with the voice notes that I'll be sending my sister that are very vulgar, y'all. Okay. I talk to y'all like this. Okay, from time to time, I do this, right? And I come on here and I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all, look, I know what's going on. It's a lot, but let me pour into you in a positive way on the other side. When I'm sending voice notes to my sister, the first thing out of my mouth is bitch. Okay. I don't want to alienate potential sponsors on here, okay? But I still pop my ish to y'all hair. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, my sister who is in this chat, she's blue. Y'all see her, Mermaid Prophetess? She only had 100,000 subscribers. She telling me to my shit, but she working on a dissertation right now. I'm talking to you. What you talking about? I'm literally talking to you. What are you saying? One of the most educated people on the face of the planet that I know. Talking about I'm up here speaking to women worthy of a doctorate. You the doctorate. What you talking about? You the woman. Huh? If I pull, what's this? The Ten of Swords. Like, girl, you out here doing, like, you out here, the whole world crashing around you, and you in the boat, like, you know what? This is where the I am. I'm going to deal with, I'm speaking to you dealing with what you're dealing with right now, but on the other side of that. Without negating the fact that what you're going through is powerful. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm speaking to women who are in their arrival, who are not dealing with the same level of immaturity that they were before they went through a situation. That's an arrival. An arrival era is you recognizing that you are not meek, you are not as exposed, as vulnerable as you once were, because life has taught you the lessons to protect yourself. And so you've arrived in a point in your life where you're able to go with the ups and downs without completely falling apart. Completely. Okay? So coming on here and talking ish to you and y'all in the way that I believe would be received well is what I'm doing. Okay? So yeah, I took our private conversation to the public. Because the audience that I'm trying to reach, I'm reaching the doctorate women. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes. I'm reaching the doctorate women. It's actually, it smells like peppermint in here. Okay? Yes, ma'am. So yes, ma'am. Is there anything else you would like to put in the chat, ma'am? Because this conversation must be had. No, I'm not going to be for everybody. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But I know there's a place for my voice. And I know there's a place for women who recognize that they traumas and they issues ain't got to be brought up at every single turn. And I can speak about the positive, the positive, the positive. I'm not negating that you ain't got a lot of bullshit going on. I never negate that. I never ever negate that. It's one of the first things I address. Hi, Sweet Home Alabama. Girl, you know it's true. Yeah. Nobody's ever negating that you got a whole lot going on. Nobody is ever negating that your family is doing, not your family like specifically, but like your family members are doing straight up crazy behind witchcraft 24/7 to try to get your face to melt off of your head. Nobody is negating that you got hating hoes as friends that smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place, them backstabbers. Of course. Of course, I address those things. I'm just addressing them to a room full of women going for their doctorate degrees. What? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. at all. This is for grown folk. As a matter of fact, if I really wanted to be if I really wanted to pop some ish, I should do pop some ish after dark. And then I can speak to the people the way that I leave them voice messages. I never, ever, ever negate. I never, ever negate the bullshit that's going on. Ever. Ever. Even with how I process the world around me. Yes, I do speak to my chat. Even when I process the world around me, and many of y'all, like the way that I process even my life today is very much like I process it, then I move on. Okay. And it's literally like out of sight, out of mind. Okay. And it's very rare that I go back and visit like other parts of my life. I just notice how I operate. Even with that, I recognize that I can revisit the moments that felt painful, and I can relate to that and speak on that. I never, ever, ever, ever negate that. Are you fresh in that? We are speaking about my delivery style of women's empowerment to my growing community. And my sister, who's in the chat, she's the blue with the awesome logo. She said, this is my last live stream. She said, I'm putting her business all out here. She said, I surely don't think the video I just watched was you sitting there talking shit. And I said, I do. And she said, no, that was worthy of being told to a group of women about to go for their doctorates. And I'm like, yeah, so what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? I already said that I'm not speaking to people like they are constantly in a crisis. I feel like that's demeaning. Like to be talking to somebody all like they are always constantly. I'm speaking to people in the future tense. I'm speaking to them as if they're already healed or healing. And so it's a pull up conversation. Empowerment. I never ever not acknowledge. It was. What you talking about? Girl, I'm about to call you on this phone. I'm about to call you. We're about to have this conversation in real time. Okay. It was. Yes, it was very specific. Why shouldn't it be? Your readings are specific. Your readings are specific. You should be like, I feel like this meme impersonating my sister, y'all. Yeah, this is somebody who was walking down 5th Street, 3rd Avenue crossing, and this person got on a yellow hat with white Air Force Ones. He probably gonna be wearing a chain with a Jesus piece, and he gonna come up to you and just try to hate on you. I'm like, what? That's specific. Me speaking about women who are in a season. How was my impression, friend? Me speaking to women who are in a season of stagnation because they're always in preparation. That's how you be, friend. I'm like, damn, that's specific as hell. Now I'm on the lookout for a dude in a yellow hat, white Air Forces, and a Jesus piece around his neck, hating on me. I feel like speaking to women who are constantly in preparation phase, which means they're always occupying their time with something, and they never, ever, ever, ever take a chance on themselves. I feel like that is a huge pain point. And many women don't even know that they're always in preparation phase and never step out and take a chance on themselves. Never step out and do the thing that they say they're going to do. I feel like that's a real pain point. So yeah. And I feel like saying that life reorganizes around your truth and not your potential is facts. That's major facts. Life reorganizes when you take control of what you can take control of. I feel like it's absolutely facts that people wait so long to take a chance on themselves that 10, 15, 20 years can go by. That's facts. And now they looking at themselves at 70, 80, 90 years old, and their knees don't work the way that their minds work. And their minds don't even work the same way. And I'm saying, like, yo, yes, you've gone through all of that. Everything that you've gone through, you scraped your face across the concrete. And you want to sit up here and be in a space of like, oh, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. When I'm telling you, like, girl, you should. You done did all the work. Yes, it is. That is total shit talking. What you mean? I think you and I have a difference of opinion of what shit talking is. I think that's what it is, sis. Yes, it is empowerment. It is empowerment. Yes. I don't know. Like it's okay. So let's iron out the definition of shit talking. Okay. Y'all. I'm about 5 minutes. If she called me, then we'll hash out on the phone live. But she gonna be in chat. She gonna be in chat. She might be out with her family. I don't know. Nevertheless, I feel like both happens. When I'm saying like, here you are doing your thing, being scared. Hey, being scared. But I'm women's empowerment though. Like doing your thing, shit happens. Here come the weirdos, and it's all empowerment based. Two things can happen at the same time. I could be talking my ish and empowering. Look her. She's in that. She gonna call my ass, y'all. I'm like, I don't think I'm tripping. Thank you, Mr. Wilson. Appreciate it. I don't think I'm tripping. And I'm sitting here, I'm looking at this like, what? Like, am I really being told I'm speaking to a room of women that's about to get their doctorate? Yes, not just about to get their doctorate. They are taking on the next level of like. That's how I'm reading this. Like I'm speaking to women who are taking on a big part of their lives. A doctorate degree is next freaking level. There is so much research that comes along with it, so much learning, but you're not at an associate's level. I don't want to speak to people at the associate's level. There's nothing wrong for being at your associate's level. That's not who I'm speaking to. I'm not even speaking at bachelor's degree level. I'm speaking to women who have an expertise in their life that's master's and above. What is wrong with that? And I can still pop ish, and I can still empower at the same time, right? So this is a grown folks conversation because I wish I could like can I put up? Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can actually put up. What do you call that thing, y'all? A poll. I don't think so. Well, but there are shit talking moments inside of my empowerment, is what I'm saying. Yeah. I can't be up giving the keynote talking ish, but I'm gonna drop a couple things. You just have to put it on my head. Well, it's my emotional support microphone. Okay, because I don't know what to do with my hands. Okay, y'all know how people have emotional support animals. This is my emotional support microphone. I want to bedazzle it out. So we're talking about two things. I'm saying one is one, and you're saying another is another. And I'm saying within my empowerment conversation, I pop my ish. And on top of that, I'm channeling the message a lot of times. The cards they're pretty. I like using cards from time to time, but they're not really my twist. Many of y'all don't even know this. I just do it because I need something to do with my hands. Like there are no. These are pretty pictures. It's like a painting on a card, right? I don't look into the future. This ain't got nothing to do with mermaid, but I don't look into the future. I don't tell you, this is what's going to happen in a couple of days. I don't do none of that. That's not my thing. I can look at a photo like this and get so many different messages. Okay, so many different messages and love it. You think what I'm saying? So for me, as my sister was saying, I think that I have a nice blend. I believe that I have a nice blend. And I believe that you can both empower and pop-ish in the middle of empowerment. Some people don't want to hear that. That's fine. But if I'm speaking to a level of woman who is not an infant in her recovery journey, in her healing journey, she's made declarations and promises to herself. She has connected deeper she has spiritually connected deeper with God in her life. Here she go, y'all. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Friend, you are on speaker.
Hello, friend.
She's getting in her spaceship. Mermaid Prophetess driving spaceship, y'all.
What are you up here doing?
Girl, I'm putting our business on Front Street.
Oh, Lord. So what is the problem, friend?
There is no problem. I am straightening out something that may be on a lot of people's heart and mind since you said it. And as I've always said that you are an arbiter of truth, you saying that was worthy of being told to a group of women about to go for their doctorates. I don't see what's wrong with that.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. I think somebody needs to tell those women exactly what you said. I think you need to tell those women.
So then what's
I don't classify that as talking shit.
Then what do you classify? I talk ish inside of the message, friend.
Nah, their message actually needed to be at a seminar.
There's nothing wrong with that either. But I don't
see nothing wrong with that. But you're the one that said, all right, I'm just gonna talk my shit from now on, or some shit. However you said it, it was future tense. And then I'm like, and I actually don't have a problem with that. And then you say you already talk your shit.
I do.
And you know that's not talking shit.
I talk ish in the middle of my empowerment messages, friend.
I wish I could just play your voice notes.
Oh my gosh. If I play the voice note on the live stream, then the live stream gonna get struck down. Okay.
You know what shit talking is. But now you want to act like you don't know what.
No, I know what it is, friend. It's just that the message is different. The modem of the message is different. I cannot come on here and say, bitch, let me tell you what the fuck really going on with these bitch ass. That's how I start off my conversations with Mermaid, y'all. Okay.
I actually don't see a problem with that.
Listen. I want a sponsorship with Toyota. Okay. I want a sponsorship with the Marriott. These are two companies that I have poured a lot of money into. I'm driving a 2025 Toyota Sequoia right now. Okay. Big body bitch. All right. I actually want to have sponsorships And I want to be on a stage as a keynote speaker. Like my life is bigger than YouTube, friend. So if I start off a conversation, like, let me tell you what's going on with these niggas out here. I don't want to tell you to be like, no, that's not the one for me.
Wait, you're the one that said that you're gonna talk shit.
I am. I'm talking it right now while empowering myself.
Now you talking shit right now in this live stream though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been reading me down.
Okay.
You've been reading me down.
I don't even think I'm reading you down.
I don't know, a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry,
I
friend.
would say the first 5-10 minutes.
Friend, I was reading the messages. And I was saying, no, this is what my sister was saying to me. I don't think I was reading you down.
Well, it's all love.
It's always all love. It would never ever be a moment where I would come on here and just be like, what's good, bitch, from the west side? Like,
first of all, we would have so much fun with that.
We actually would.
We would. If people actually heard when we actually are going in.
Y'all, me and Mermaid's conversations be on another freaking level.
And I understand that the way that we talk to each other might be a little too much for the internet. And honestly, it might be way too fucking real. Like way too, like, I think a lot of people may go up in arms.
I agree.
I get it. But what I am saying is like, I feel like your empowerment is, I would never classify empowerment as shit talk. My mind will not allow me to do it. Like, it just won't. So for me to say that that's shit talking, there is no way. And then not to mention the way you package it, it's when I say it's very specific, what I mean is that knowledge, that piece of wisdom is very specific. And for a woman that's in a specific place or a specific spot in her timeline, and how she's going to utilize that with her next step forward. So that's why I said I felt like that wasn't shit talking. I felt like that was worthy of a woman who is stepping into her doctorate's degree. Because that type of wisdom is something like you can take and apply it almost immediately. And not that you can't apply it in other areas of your life, but there are certain, I feel like you can apply it like all wisdom to every area of your life. But there's certain pearls, there's certain pieces, there's certain, as some people say, game that you can apply in a very big way at very specific times of your life. And it'll have a major, major impact. So that's what I was saying. So I don't take that as shit talking. You want to know what shit talking?
Oh, Lord.
What we doing right now?
Oh, Lord.
That's a shit talking.
But here's my thing. In the middle of me giving those messages, I be having bursts of shit talking. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't just... It'd
be like 9 seconds.
That's okay. That is Mermaid. It's Mermaid. This is my sister, y'all, for real, like in real life. Y'all know that. Y'all know Mermaid been here. I've been in South Florida. Like, yeah, this is my sister in real life.
To me, like, okay, shit talking. Shit talking would be like how I felt the other day. I felt like firing up the other channel, right?
I'm hollering because your mama need to hear it. That's why. Go ahead, friend.
Oh, look.
Somebody trying to troll, and it looked like a troll. Old troll ass bitch trying to troll. You don't get your big back ass the hell up out of here, girl. Why are you hollering?
It's probably a junkie.
Yeah, it probably is. It definitely looked like one. Go ahead.
So I feel like shit talking is kind of like what I had to like contain myself like from doing when I felt like firing up my Divine Feminine Conversations channel. And I felt like just talking shit about the whole Glorilla situation. I don't even know like what's going on like with that, because it's where this girl got, I don't know, maybe 9-10 siblings or whatever. And it's like they're all kind of coming out one by one about how she is, I guess, turn her back on everyone in the family and how she doesn't do anything for her mom. And I actually felt like coming online to talk shit about that, but that don't necessarily fit in with my content. But I gotta find the time to talk shit about other stuff, because I feel like in talking shit about that, there are lessons that could be learned and little like pearls of wisdom that I could drop in addressing that situation. So to me, that's like shit talking, but also like something like some wisdom that could be shared as well. You know what I mean? Because there's two ways to kind of look at a situation like that.
So you got shit talking with wisdom, and then wisdom with shit talking.
Yeah, if that shit makes sense.
It makes sense to us, friend. I don't know if it's making sense to the people that's watching.
Right? Okay, so shit talking with wisdom would be like 75%. I'm just talking shit. And I might have you crying tears laughing. But the 25% of wisdom you can pick up on it is gold. It's golden. Then the other way around, 75% wisdom, that means get your notebooks ready. Because you're going to need to take notes because I'm about to go deep. And then randomly throughout, the lesson plan, I might talk a little shit. So there's definitely, you know what I'm saying, a difference. So like in the situation, like what I was just talking about with Gorilla, my thing like with that situation is I feel like a family member who would strike gold and turn it back on everyone. I feel like you should already know who those family members are. I feel like there really is no surprise about this family member doing that, because there already has to be like breaks, you know what I mean, in the family dynamic, or there's like, you already know, like, this is your sister, she don't really fuck with you, she wins the lottery, she's very likely to just take off and not look back, you know what I mean? So I thought about just breaking like all of that down and stuff like that. And then there are some family members who, and I feel like you can always intuitively pick up on people who are like this, that are around, they are constantly leaning on you for help. But you can tell that this is somebody that's just waiting for an opportunity to shit on you. So I feel like you can actually spot this, like that archetype of person in most situations. I feel like it should come to no surprise. Like, you know what friends you have around you that's just waiting to shit on you. They show you very passive aggressively, but they show you, they give side comments where they show you that if they had something you had, that they would do it better than you.
Exactly.
They show you that. They tell on themselves all the fucking time. So I just kind of, you know what I'm saying? So I was going to address that. I feel like that shit talk, but there's pearls of wisdom in there. What you were doing, Frank, that's a seminar. Like, bitch, somebody need to pay you $250 per person.
Girl, I need you to say it again. Say it again.
They need to pay you $250 per person to hear what you said on that last live stream. That's like golden information. That's the information I needed to hear when I went from data analyst to Lean Six, a black belt in Lean Six, and then going from that to project management, Scrum Master, mergers and acquisitions, like stepping into these big fields, highly competitive, male dominant, a lot of eyes on me. Well, failure could cost a company millions of dollars. Like that type of shit, because you're constantly questioning yourself, your own capabilities, no matter how much success you have. I feel like if I had somebody to say the things that you said in that last video, I wouldn't have taken so long to take those steps, make those leaps. I had to slowly build the confidence within myself to actually do those things. That's not shit talking. Shit talking is what I see when I go down to Dade County and my damn cousin won't let me get in the house. We spending 45 minutes outside talking shit.
I am so done with you.
Talking shit about her bum ass boyfriend. Like,
All right, friend. So can we agree that there's shit talking with pearls of wisdom and wisdom with a little bit of shit talking?
yes, we can agree.
Okay. That's our agreement. This is actually a very light conversation between myself and Mermaid. And Mermaid, if you would like me to, I'll tag you in the video so like people know whose voice it is. Because y'all, I always like to give credit.
No problem.
Or I can just private it if you don't want this out there.
You can tag it and let them know I was here.
Okay, yeah, I never have a problem with that. But this is for people that's just walking in, like this is a very light conversation between Mermaid Prophetess and myself that we have nearly daily. There might be a day or two we don't talk, but daily, yeah.
And I think it gets more random, like than this.
Yeah, it definitely does. It definitely does. And on the voice notes, y'all, I know, like she said it a couple times, like my voice notes are so outrageous. Like if I just did a telegram with like forwarding my voice notes from Mermaid Prophetess to like a private telegram, y'all bitches would pay $100 a month for it. Easy.
They're crazy.
Easy.
I wish like we had the time. I'm trying to find a way to.
I'm unhinged.
So we could fire up this other channel to trying to find the time, because
it's you with the time, friend. It's you with the time. You the one that got a whole life. Like, girl, I be sitting here like twiddling my thumbs. Like my husband be like, "Look at you not doing shit," and I be like, "Yeah, yeah, I ain't doing the damn thing."
My theory is the government been stealing time from us.
Is it? Well, yeah, that's true. I've never disagreed with that. The government stays still. Girl, know what? No, we're not going to go down that line of the government. No.
Of our conspiracy theories about the government fucking stealing a minute a year for the last 80 years.
Yeah.
From us.
Just the government in general. Just the government in general. We don't need to start that conversation because we will actually be on the phone for 7 hours talking about this. Friend.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I've been trying to like free up more time, but I do want us to find time to really talk, to the audience about things that like we really go through, like as people in our day-to-day lives, like even the things that's not like full crisis mode, because I know I tap into a lot of that energy in my readings. But then there are even like everyday situations, you know what I'm saying? Where you start picking up on the coworker that's in secret competition with you, or the friend who you look at as a friend for a long time, and then they actually started showing you that there is some kind of race with you, as well.
Right.
Or like how you can have good things going on, in your life, and then suddenly you start noticing that you're having issues with different people around you, but nobody's mentioning the good things that's going on in your life, and how that's like passive aggressive, like hits.
Right.
It's really attacks on you about the good things that's going on in your life, but they won't address these good things directly because it exposes their jealousy. So what they have to do is create other issues that are non-related to pull you out of that good energy, right? And just, talking about stuff like that, it's just really like finding the time and shit. Again,
you have to find the time, friend. I'm here. Okay, I'm here. Listen, you let me know whenever you're ready. And, both you and I are going through similar situations with women like that right now, who are just like unhinged, jealous, but they can't say it with their titties.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the same with their titties.
Friend, what are you about to do? You about to go get something to eat? Did you get your Starbucks this morning?
Yeah, I got my Starbucks this morning. And I actually let my Starbucks points rack up. I haven't been cashing it in for my free coffee at 200 points. And I kid you not, I got like 9,000 points right now, bitch. Like, I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. It's like the whole month of April, I'm just gonna get a free venti hot caramel macchiato.
Quad blind with almond milk.
Yeah, remember when a bitch was like copying my drink?
Oh my. Yeah. We're not even going to talk about the online stalkers. See, y'all don't see this, but we're not even going to talk about the online stalkers. As a matter of fact, yes, we are, just not today. The online stalkers that both Mermaid and I have experienced just with our short time here on these interwebs. Like, it's been absolutely outrageous. But yes, I do. I know your drink, and my drink is, what is my drink? Oh, an extra hot lavender oat milk chai latte.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying with the chai. But girl, the stalkers, I feel like we just pick up new ones every day. Somebody left a comment underneath one of my live streams, ironically, a very successful live stream. And the girl was like, I want to say for the people in the back or some shit. Hold on, let me tell you what this girl said.
Pull it up, friend.
I'm always getting tagged like into bullshit. Like, somebody tagged me into a post talking about, oh, you don't have your kids. The state took your kids away and shit like that. I'm like, girl, first of all, I would finally get some sleep. If that was the case.
And that is so wow. First of all, friend, I didn't even know that you were still premiering. I'm sorry.
I know.
I am such a terrible friend. I had no idea. I was like, I'm going live and you're premiering, bitch. I'm so sorry.
I know.
Charge it to my head and not my heart, please.
It's okay. I'm gonna charge it to your pinky toe.
Oh hell. Okay, bitch. It's barely hanging on now. Shit, the military done fucked my feet up.
You just made me think of a Twitter video. But anyway, so the girl commented, and she commented it like 10 times on the video. And she said, do you ever do readings naturally? No fake shit at all. I'm just asking for the ones in the back.
You mean the back of the roach infested mustard club that smells like old feet and moldy hair? That back?
It gotta be that back.
That because, girl, what?
Because you know, I just like what do you mean doing readings naturally? Like, me doing readings in real time on a live stream, what's not natural about that?
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just look at shit like that because people come in and see, this is what I really wish I had time to talk about stuff like this. But people will come in and see you doing something good, see you mastering something, seeing you get better and better and better at what you do, and they'll come in and poke at you about it, tear you down about it. But all of this is a strategy to make you change what you're doing.
Right. And make you believe that you're not as good as you are at what you're doing.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So it's to make you change directions. And you know what I mean? And a lot of people, like, you'll have, that's just some like random hyena on the internet, right? But people actually deal with this in their 3D daily life, at work, from family members, like saying like, hey, I'm about to start this business, or I'm about to do this and that or whatever. And then people will come in, like, you have a family member or a close friend that'll downplay it or try to make it seem like, oh, that is so much for you to handle. Are you sure you can handle that? Or whatever may be the case. Instead of suggesting something like beneficial or supportive to what it is that you're doing. And I remember, I think it was the other day on one of my videos, I was talking about how, like, a situation happened with my niece, and like how people will see the greatness in you before you even see it. They have envy is literally a part of their foundational makeup. So they can spot it. They could spot what it is that they're desiring to be before you even recognize that it's in you.
So
they
true.
Try to kick you in your forehead before you wake up, so you actually don't get up.
Yep, so true.
So And the thing is, I can't, if I'm in the middle of a reading and I talk about that for a few minutes, that's all I can do because I got to get to the rest of the reading.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had time to just actually sit and like talk shit or whatever, then I would. So then I would be able to actually like expound upon that.
Understood, friend. I definitely understand exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
But anyway, friend,
yeah, you go ahead and handle your business. I love you so much.
I gotta get to these kids.
Of course, friend. Love you. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
All right. Bye. All right. So that was a conversation between myself and Mermaid Prophetess. That is my sister. I will tag her so that people know whose voice that is, and know that even in that conversation, like she's who she is in real life that y'all see on the screen. I had no idea that she was still premiering. I thought that it was done. I truly apologize to her for that. But yeah, that's the kind. Now, grown folk conversation is that. Okay. Being able to sift out what is meant, what is said, emotions, and come to an agreement, or even if we agree to disagree, whatever it is. And even in that, if y'all notice, my sister still poured into me and said, like, girl, what you're doing is worthy of a seminar. And that's where I'm trying to get at. That's where I'm going with it. That is those are my goals. Maybe one day I'll set up a private live stream where I can talk ish and really get down to the nitty gritty. But who I'm trying to reach is the next level woman. The reason why I do the sacred private ceremonies and the reason why it's 6 weeks long with actual high touch in the 5th week of the coronation is because I'm reaching a specific woman that has lived an incredible life and who wants to be witnessed and honored. I've been a hospice social worker for over 12 years of my life. It's been a journey. It's been a road to go through. And one of the things that I'm really good at is holding people's stories and witnessing the greatness in them, even when people don't see it for themselves. Okay. That is something that I am excellent at. It is a gift that God has given me. And I am blessed to have backed that gift up with education and being able to practice that education. You dig what I'm saying? So what I've noticed in the 11th hour care, which is my specialty, is that many women have lived incredible lives. I mean, incredible lives. These are 80, 90, 100-year-old women who have birthed children, raised other people's children, raised families, worked, retired, taught, lived. I mean, they've done so many great things within their communities, and they have never been seen or witnessed before in their entire lives until I sit down and start asking them and their families about what their story is, and come to find out that they've done so much. And I'm like, okay, so now I have to witness this woman at the end of her life when she should have been witnessed 50, 60 years ago. That is my goal, to not have the woman, not have women like you wait until they're in their final days to be witnessed and to be seen, and to mark that with the coronation that is highly sacred and special. That is legitimately my goal in life. So when my sister says, like, hey, like, you're not talking ish, and I'm in my head, I'm like, well, in my seminars, I think I am. I guess I have to concede that no, I'm not, because I'm not here to talk. It's a million channels talking ish. I need to speak to a specific woman who does not want to wait until they're 100 years old to be seen. I don't want to wait. I don't want to speak to women who are okay with letting life pass them by without being witnessed. That has never been my goal in life. That is backed up by not just 12 plus years in hospice and end of life care, but that's also backed up by how I live. Yeah. So when I tell you to do it scared and do it messy, I'm telling you that because I've done it scared and I've done it messy. And I've fallen on my face. I've fallen on my knees. Okay, I failed. Straight up just failed. With no explanation. I've been lazy. I've talked myself out of doing something amazing. I've done all of that. And even at my age that I am now, I recognize that there are women who are still standing at a threshold, not believing in themselves, not believing that their stories are worth hearing or listening to. And I just refuse to allow another woman who comes across this page, to come across this channel, not be seen and witnessed. If that's seminar worthy, I'll take that. I'll take that. If that's empowerment, I'll take that. I will absolutely take that. And I love wearing that jacket. Put it on me all day. And I have women like this. Finding Mermaid in my life, but this is Mermaid before, the cards. Finding Mermaid in my life has been a blessing. We like to say we found each other through a war, which we actually kind of did, a spiritual war. And we've been like this ever since. That is the community I am building with women like you, who can recognize that shit is falling apart around you. And yes, you're putting on a brave face, but let me speak life into you while you're putting on that brave face and letting you know that shit is hard, but not doing it is harder. Choose your hard. But one thing I will not support is you being stagnant. That's where I'm at with it. By the way, y'all, my name is Cass Young. I'm an intuitive prophetic speaker. I am also a ceremonial guide, and I am the arrival era leadership coach that you need. If you're stepping into your next level of life, you're stepping into something big, major, and you're looking for a coach, if you're looking for someone to guide you through, or if you want someone that's going to coordinate an absolute coordination to mark this era in your life so that you never go back, so that you understand that this level of life is what you're going to live in from now on, you need to be following me. We need to be following each other, because there's no other place in this YouTube era, not Oprah, not even Ayanna, speaks to the woman who is promising herself that she won't wait until the end of life to be witnessed. Yeah, they're not speaking about that. They're speaking strictly to the woman in crisis and only to that. And I'm speaking to the woman who is working from her crisis, who is working from her healing, that recognizes that even through all of the other things, she's healed from the past, even if it's one tiny thing, and she's taking those lessons to the next level. That's who I'm speaking to. Yeah. So if that's you, like, comment, subscribe, come hither, come forth, and let's grow together. You can find me here on YouTube. I'm kind of on Instagram a little bit, but also make sure that you join my Witnessed Woman free Telegram group where I'm dropping knowledge, first lesson dropping on Monday. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Again, I will tag the speaker that I was talking to earlier, and I will see you guys later. Bye.